Hi, it's Dr. Criado, and I'm happy to be back. I took a bit of a break for several weeks from blogging, and I'm very happy to share this post today. I was working on a creative project for a few months, and finally it was completed this week, and I'm excited to share. And the connection to this post is the idea of performance as a technology for self-expression and healing. And I know that that's a big title that is pretty loaded. I've learned so much in this process that I've been through that I have material for months of video logs, but I'll give you the overview today of what happened. I decided to participate on VDay. If you're not familiar with VDay, is an event that happens around the world, usually the week of Valentine's Day, very often on the actual Valentine's Day, and the purpose is to bring clarification or shine light on the abuse that women go under during their lives, and not just women but other groups that may be the target of abuse or violence. And I went to performance last year. I was incredibly impressed and decided to take a chance and participate. I also was looking to sort of like nurture my creative genius. I've been immersed in academia and in theory, pedagogy, and I had kind of like put aside my creative, the creative writer in me, and I thought it could be a good opportunity for me to nurture that side. And originally I thought I could write a spoken word piece and read it, no big deal, and so I did write it, and one thing led to another very quickly, and I ended up taking dance lessons and dancing. So let me backtrack a little. The idea that I thought of when it came to my participation in this event was the concept of bruja, of a witch. I've always reflected upon this during the years that I was pursuing an education, and the thought that these women were that were called brujas, witches, were just educated women. And there's literature that supports this, there's research that supports this, right? They were the educated women in the villages. Chances are that because they were more educated, or they dedicated their life to the profession, they ended up not getting married, not having children. So very unusual, right? Not the norm. They were misunderstood, and as a result, called brujas, right? Also, I through my piece, I reflect upon how also women in that are that men fall in love with, how instead of us accepting or acknowledging, or even the man acknowledging that they just falling in love with this woman, the idea is that the woman is bewitching, that they put a spell on them, therefore, so they have no reasoning to their feelings. So that's another example of how we use the term bruja. And the more spiritual one, which has to do with different religions or religious practices or spiritual practices that are misunderstood by many, we label the women involved as brujas. And in reality, these people are healers. These people are, they have knowledge, they cure, they use what is known as alternative medicine nowadays, right? But it's been there forever. And just because it's out of the norm, out of the standard or what society mandates, we automatically label these people, particularly women that are intelligent, women that are independent, women that dare to live differently. That's all brujas have been, and I very proudly consider myself bruja. So that's the context. I'm sharing today a video of the performance. I'm sharing the original piece, the written piece, and I'm sharing the video that I created for the performance. Mysteriously enough, it became a racial identity journey. That's for another post that led me to go back to my Puerto Rican roots, to my ancestry, and explore the rhythms of bomba, learn how to dance a little bit. Still, I'm still in process. I'm still a newbie, and the final result, the end result and product, it's basically who I am. You know, there is a video that I created with images and a voiceover that is choreographed to get the message across. That's the techie in me. There is the written portion, which is in the writer that I've always felt I am, and the dancer, which is basically the little girl that always enjoyed dancing, and more than anything, the Puerto Rican that it's with me all the time, regardless of what I do. So it was a way of integrating all the parts of who I am, and sort of like protests against this labeling of women that are just living their best life. So I hope it serves as either a window or a mirror to you, and I did it with a lot of respect and love for all the parts of it, particularly the culture. So I hope that you understand that as such. Adios.